We are live!
Eventually, we got there. Took us a while to get the camera set up.
So we're smashing everything today. We've smashed our drone, we've cracked my camera.
It's not exactly a cheap phone, is it?
No, luckily it's just the back. Hold on. Nala, come. Come here. Nala, come. Come here. Hey, come here. Sit.
So today's live feed is all about how to prepare for a weight loss program. Because funnily enough, we have one coming up.
Yeah, in 6 days' time.
6 days, yeah, it's not long till we started. So first of all, if you want to get on this weight loss program, it's a 12-week program.
Yep.
Just go to the website, kiltedcoaches.com/clan.
Yeah.
And you can sign up, get you started for Monday.
Which is going to be awesome. There's loads of people ready to go, so you'll be all together in a group. We'll be there to coach you every step of the way.
Yeah. So top tips for getting ready. Like if you're going to join our program, fantastic.
Yep.
We'll look forward to chatting with you. But if not, just think about your own little program. There's a few things that you should be getting in place ready for getting started.
Yeah. So first things first is, or the nice part anyway, when you're starting a weight loss program or a journey or a fitness journey of any kind, you want to get new gear, right?
Yes, you definitely do. Your mindset will be in a much more powerful place, much fresher place when you've got some new gear.
Yeah. And it's always good getting new kit. It doesn't need to be expensive kit, it's just the fact that it's new, it's fresh. When you're putting that new gear on, that's a new gear, new you.
It makes you feel good. Now, regardless, if it's a weight loss program, then great. Remember everything, like when we buy a new kilt, for instance, you're like, we've got a fresh kilt on, like when you get some new stuff, you're like, you're excited to use it.
Yeah.
So start with, do you know what, even if it's just a fresh t-shirt, you know, pair of trainers, get some new shoelaces, Christ's sake.
God, I'm so proud of these new shoelaces.
Check them out, check them out.
The next thing you might want to be doing is getting some sort of a diary. Or even a tracker of some sort, something you can get apps for it, but somewhere you can write down your progress or take note of your progress, find out what's working, what's not. I mean, if you're assuming you've got a program lined up, and within that program you want to say what's working and what's really working, what's best you're going to have to work harder on, and maybe just to document your journey.
Do you know what's funny is if you can keep a journal, you know, even if it's just your thoughts and feelings as well, you know, so like I said, you can track it, like the data, you know, if it was a business, you'd call it, what do you call it? Key performance indicators on the business, right? KPIs. But you've got KPIs for your life as well, for your fitness. So you say, do you know what, I'm going to track my weight, I'm going to track my waist measurements, I'm going to you can even do a skin fold measurement, whatever it might be. But even just how you're feeling, journal your thoughts and your feelings along the way, because you might look back and say, oh, do you know what, I'm feeling a bit down. You can look back in the journal and even just scanning through, you're like, oh, that's how I was feeling last week, and you know, and you can see a pattern of, you know, the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis and how it's making you feel, your thoughts and your outlooks and your projections for the coming months. So it's a really, really handy thing to have.
So, new gear, journal. The other part, generally when you embark in, if it's a fitness program, you want to be eating better. Now sometimes depending on your lifestyle or working regime, you might need to prepare meals in advance, which may mean taking them in Tupperware. So you want to make sure you've got enough fresh Tupperware. It's got a nice sealable lid, because there's nothing worse. You get in the morning, you try to get your lunches together, and you're looking in the cupboard and you can't find a bloody lid. And sometimes you might just go, what the hell, I'll just buy something at the local shop or the cafeteria or whatever you're going to do, and you end up, you're limiting your options. You're no longer in control of your healthy eating that way.
And actually, funny you should say that, because that's one of the lessons on our 12-week program, is that very thing. It's all about preparation and planning. It's not just about, you know, what other nutrients to eat and make sure that you get your vitamins in and this, that and other. It's actually the practical advice about food preparation, you know, how to prepare so that you minimize any slip-ups. Very, very handy to have.
So get yourself to wherever your cheapest Tupperware store, whether that's the supermarket or plastics or whatever. Yeah. Get yourself some kit or some sort of method of storing and taking your lunches so that it's not going to affect your plan when you're working.
Something that I'd like to mention here as well is what not to do in preparation for your weight loss program is to take matters into your own hands, because this is actually very common. People think, right, I'm ready to start on Monday, I'm on this program, and then straight away they're like, right, I'm cutting out takeaways, I'm not having alcohol, and I'm gonna have more vegetables, and you start making up your own mind about the actions that you're going to take. This is what the program is for, you know. So if you're on a guided program, which is what ours is, then we're going to guide you through everything, and we do it in such a way that your subconscious comes along for the ride. Okay, so it will slowly adapt. Often when people take matters into their own hands, they do too much too soon, they end up falling off the wagon, get disheartened, and they get completely lost along the way because they've already got these preconceived ideas of what they should be doing.
So as our message has always been, is once you get a plan, you stick to the damn plan. So whatever program you've decided, whether it's ours or another plan, that's the plan you've chosen. Stick to that damn plan. If it's not telling you to cut out things just yet, don't do it. Surely part of the plan further down the line, it'll tell you as and when. If it's a decent plan, it'll be all correctly laid out so that you'll get to that stage. Don't try and jump the gun, as Stephen said, go doing too much too soon, or you'll sicken yourself before you've even started.
Yep, yeah, definitely. I think as a personal trainer, we've all had them. Somebody joins program and then they get some results and they're really motivated, and then they stop getting results and you analyse it, and then they tell you all the stuff that they're doing when you've never actually mentioned to them.
Yeah.
You're like, I haven't told you to do that. I haven't told you to do that. Like, why are you doing this? Oh, because I read this book once. And then you're like, well, no, calm everything down.
Yeah.
You're paying me for my advice. Listen to it. So if you're joining the program on Monday, we can't wait to get you started, but please, please, please do not do anything until we guide you through it, because we've structured the program in such a way that it takes you along step by step.
And the classic one, we've talked about this before, is when someone decides to get into fitness. And it's funny, one of our clan members, we encouraged her to watch, Sarah, to watch the Rocky
Rockies.
movies.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting that when I've spoken to lots of people, once they decide to do their health kick or whatever they call it, like, that's it, I'm going to do this, like their own Rocky montage.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa. If you do too much too soon,
Yep.
if you've been doing nothing, it's not going to be great. So again, stick to the damn plan.
Yeah. What you've got to understand is your subconscious likes familiarity. That's why it creates movement patterns and habits, because you do the same thing again and again. You create the habits to save energy, to save your brain wasting too much energy. And when you change too much too soon, these old habits will still be in your brain. Your body, your subconscious doesn't like to change too much too soon. Therefore, you might be able to do it for a week, 2 weeks, sometimes even a month, but sooner or later your subconscious will take over and it'll put you back to where you were. So one step at a time. That's why we do this progressive coaching. So it's one little lesson at a time. Let your body get used to it, let your mind get used to it, and then we can move on from there.
Ian's asked the question, I'm doing intermittent fasting at the moment, can I continue or should I stop with the program? Only started a wee while ago. Just as we mentioned earlier, Ian, we will cover that in the program. So probably best just...
If you're already, it depends how long you've been doing it for. If you started recently, I would stop within a few weeks. I would stop. If you've been doing it for longer than that, then keep doing it. Regardless of what you are doing right now, what you have been doing, whatever you're doing, you might be an overeater, you might be an undereater. Now on their program, what you find is the undereaters will be struggling to eat as much as what we're asking you to eat. You'll be like, I can't eat that much. And the overeaters will be like, oh right, okay, so you have to do less of this and more of this and things get moved around. But whether you're an undereater or an overeater, or you eat about the right amount of calories, but the nutrients are all mixed around, we will just bring you together and we'll create an eating pattern, an eating habit that you can sustain for the rest of your life. So whatever you're doing right now, keep doing it.
Now, Rude Chengelo just asked, what are the costs? So it's really, really cheap. Our clan membership is only $20 a month. PayPal automatically converts it to whatever currency you're in. So we've had lots of questions in the past saying,
why are you using dollars rather than pounds?
It's just because the majority of our audience is in the States, therefore, just for simplicity, we did dollars.
Yeah.
But PayPal automatically converts, so you don't have to worry. So it's $20 per month and you can cancel any time.
Yeah.
Our program's 3 months, but you'll be, if you were only on it for a month and decided to leave, you'd only be charged $20 and you're go from there, really.
And let's be fair, it's $20. It's about it works out to be about £14–15 if you're in the UK. But $20, this program changes people's lives. You'll completely transform your body if you apply the principles.
Yeah.
So for $20 a month, you can't really complain.
I know we used to sell this program for a lot more,
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah. And it's all about numbers game. So when we first started out, we devoted a lot more of our time to it. But because the numbers were smaller, we charged more. And because they got a lot more of our time, it worked out that way. Whereas now we've created a membership. There's a lot more numbers in there. That's why we can make it as cheap as this. We're not greedy. We want to make it affordable for everybody.
But we do have our 6 winners, so they will be getting the
Yes.
same. What's the word I'm looking for? The same attention that we used to give. So we've got a live call, so you'll all be able to join in with that live call, which is going to be awesome, right?
Yeah, yeah. The power is in the program, but we then just top that up and make sure. Basically, if you've ever been 10-pin bowling, well, these calls are all about putting the.
Is that 10-pin bowling, isn't it, mate?
That's how I bowl. Oh yeah. Well, it's normally like this, but if I did this, then you wouldn't be able to see it on the
How's
camera.
your bowling ball grip?
3 fingers, mate. 3.
Shit.
Yeah,
10-pin bowling.
2 in the front, 1 in the back, right? So, yeah, if you've ever been 10-pin bowling, right, the program is all about kind of hitting the skittles at the end. These calls are, we're basically these little buffer, what would you call them? The buffers.
They're called the... what are they called?
I'm going to call them buffers.
Buffers.
The buffers that come up at the side to stop you going in the gutter. Well, that's what these call. Well, we're in the gutter. We're definitely in the gutter. But it stops your ball going in the gutter, and that's what these coaching calls are for. It's just us making sure that you're on track.
Bumpers.
Bumpers.
Hey.
Making sure that everyone on the program is staying on track. Now, we do achieve that with everybody else who joins the clan via our Google Plus community.
Yep.
You know, people can ask for advice. You can also chat directly to us on the app. So when you're getting the lessons on the app, if you don't understand anything, if you need a little bit of extra support, you know, just send a wee message. We'll get back to you, you know, within the day usually. So the bumpers are there regardless, but these calls are just a little bit more because you can speak directly to us.
But it's great because anybody that joins on the program is going to be able to tune into live calls, or they can watch them later, and the questions and problems that will come up will probably relate to someone. So you'll feel like you're going along, you'll be getting the exact same lessons, you'll be in the same community group with us on the app as well. So you'll be along for the ride, you just won't necessarily be on camera if you're not one of the lucky 6.
So the program starts on Monday. The first live call will be the Saturday morning after that for us, but if you're in the US, that'll be Friday night. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be about 9 p.m. We realised last week.
Is that right?
Yeah, remember people saying it's 9 p.m. here in California.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they smoke as well. It's 9 p.m. here in California. And whatever time that makes out to be the East Coast.
Yeah, but again, it'll be streamed and then you could watch it later. So if it's a time that's not comfortable for you, you can always watch it later, right?
Yes, you
Follow
can.
along, which is going to be awesome.
That means midnight for the rest on the East Coast. Yes, so midnight on the Friday night. So stay up, grab a beer, come join us.
It's 5 in the morning for us on the Saturday morning.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we're basically waking up early. Let's try and get this time difference.
Yeah.
What we used to do was we used to stay up late, so then it'd be like sort of afternoon sort of time, and that didn't quite work either. So this is the best compromise. We'll get up at 4:30. We'll get down there, and we'll be live at 5.
Live at 5. That's 5 for us. So do the math.
And just for anybody who's interested, there'll be a video being released next week, and we crashed our drone. It was pretty epic. We got it on camera.
Yeah. Well, so we're here in Crieff, and this is the river turret, is it?
It's the river turret.
The river turret.
The river turret.
And just for the record, right, I did say, I was like, Stephen, I don't think that's a good idea because we're within the woods and it was over trees and branches. Now, to be fair, he flew it perfectly.
It was fine.
It's got this stupid go home function.
So basically, if for whatever reason, and let's be fair, the Wi-Fi connection with this drone is not amazing.
No, yeah.
And once it connects, it's fine. You can play around. As soon as it loses Wi-Fi connection, it's like, so it stays still for probably about, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds. Just hovers, and it's like, okay, you're not speaking to me, therefore I'm going to go home. So it's like go home function. But rather than just landing, it goes whoosh!
Like right up. It shoots right up. I don't remember that.
I'm glad you're joining in with me here, mate.
And it just kept going up and up and up, and obviously the over trees eventually, I mean they're big trees, but eventually hit them and just went pooh!
It just burst into flames.
Oh, I can't wait to see the footage though.
I know, it's going to be cool. So I was recording at the time, so we'll see what it's like. It'll be on a video next week.
Or if you're on Patreon actually, you'll get to see it tonight.
Yeah,
or tomorrow.
Patreon.
Yeah, so if you're on our behind the scenes stuff, Patreon, the behind the scenes footage you can get for $1 a month actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheapest tier. And you can get all the behind the scenes stuff. So that video will either be tonight or tomorrow whenever I get the finger out.
The Patreon community is actually pretty cool as well. Everyone sort of just chats away. Because it's all behind the scenes stuff, you know, you get a little bit more of our kind of shenanigans.
It's rough around the edges videos, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit more innuendos.
Innuendo.
And I can't understand everything they're saying, but I could listen to the accent all day. Well, Sherry, what's her name?
Glendenning.
Glendenning. Sherry Glendenning.
Sherry Glendenning.
You can't understand anything we're saying.
Well, it's funny people say that because in the beginning there's been subscribers that couldn't understand the word, and the more they watched,
Yeah.
eventually they get what we're saying, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about getting your ears in tune.
But it's funny because then, remember that time we were on Channel 4, was that last year or the year before?
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
It was weird because when we hear ourselves, we're going to edit the videos, we just sound normal.
Yeah. And especially like because we watch videos back constantly and like okay, that's what we sound like. But then we watched ourselves back on Channel 4, and I don't know if it's because the presenter was English.
Yeah, it's like the Scottish style being turned up. We sounded really Scottish. It's funny, someone just said there, hold on, they're talking about the way that we say six. Sex is six, I can understand everything, Miss C. Now that was...
6 is 6.
Well, every time we've talked about, on the comments,
number 6.
Our 6 winners. And they're like, 6 winners?
Really? Does
The
it
way
sound
we-
like 6?
Apparently the way we are saying 6 winners sounds like 6 winners. I've heard, well, when I was in Canada, they used to say 6 sounds like 6.
Now let's go for a swim.
Yeah, my pup's just away.
I would try and turn the cameras down,
Yeah,
but
but
we don't want to break anything.
Come on, darling. she's in deeper than she planned.
The river gets deep very, very quickly, so it's like, yeah, tippy toes, I'm away for a paddle, and it's like,
Come on, darling. Come.
and I think sometimes the pups get a bit of a fright. Rab sounds stronger than Stephen.
Rab.
Is that like a stronger accent, or does he just like sound like he can bench press more than me? Because he can.
Mike D'Alessandro just joined. Where are you guys stay? We're actually in Crieff, Mike.
Crieff is where Ewan McGregor is from.
There you are. There you go. So this is the river turret. We've taken a walk along Lady, what was it, Lady something?
Lady Mary.
Lady Mary.
Lady Mary walk.
Did you just make that up?
Nope. I remember it because in my head I was like, they call me Lady Mary. That went through my head.
Because I could have sworn that I've come through or come into Crieff before and there's a turret thing, and I thought it was down. Do you know, at the end of this we're going to drive out and take a photo.
Phil Barber, say squirrel. Well, only if you can spell it right.
So my philosophy is expect results ahead of time, you will get them. Yes, accent. That's a pretty good philosophy. Yeah, it's like a winner's mindset, right?
It's there's a principle, and it's called, I want to say Parkinson's law, but that might be wrong. And that a task will shrink or expand to the time allotted
That's
to it.
Parkinson's law, isn't it?
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't remember it, and I was looking at Nala and I missed what you said.
Yeah, Parkinson's law. Yeah, so so basically, if you think, and a number of people say, I want to drop a dress size, and I'm going to do it by this time next year. You're like, you know, you can do it in 3 weeks, right? Be very realistic about your expectations, and then, you know, just shorten the time.
It's funny because you said drop a dress size, and Joey Gallon's on it. Some of Joey Gallon's dresses I wish would drop.
Oh yeah.
Joey. Joey lives our perfect life, really, right?
Yep.
He makes gowns for.
If I could come back as any man in the world, it'd be Joey Gallon.
That's for. There you go. We said it on camera, Joey. So Joey makes awesome gowns. Hold
Wait.
on, Nala, come. They're away starting a fight. 2 seconds. Plus Nala's in heat, so I don't want to get gumped. She's back. Not pregnant either. Happy days. Yeah, Joey makes gowns for Miss Universe, Miss World, just Miss everybody, right? Anybody beautiful he'll make a gown for. And he makes beautiful gowns.
I certainly don't miss anybody when he's on.
Hi from Calgary, Canada.
It could also be considered a self-fulfilling prophecy. What could?
Yeah, it must be the. Think it. What the other person said about thinking good thoughts. Oh, my head's scrambled. At 64, what food should I consider to help lose weight?
Lose weight.
Lose weight?
Rick, you at 64, you really want to be thinking about anything that's going to boost your testosterone. So just eat red meat. Just nothing else. just keep eating red meat.
Actually, we did the video on
Buy a cow.
how to get abs after 40, Rick. So they'll be on our playlist somewhere. So search for Kilted Coaches, how to get abs after 40. The principles apply to after 50, after 60 and so on. We talk about foods, we talk about supplements and life habits, I think, in there as well. So that'll be handy for you. Hi from Switzerland.
I know she dropped a bit of weight, but hey, a piece of meat needs a bit of fat on the edges.
That's Frida. Frida said holy sugar when she first came on. Sexy Scots in sunshine.
Except I need a bit of shade so I can actually look a bit tanned because I just look too pale next to Rab. See, if I stand in the shade, I'm like, yeah, I've got tan. Not really.
Tony T's from Switzerland. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Tony, I
really?
did not know you were from Switzerland.
Every time I see his second name, I think of Nickelback.
Joey's going to email us regarding something.
Oh, is it an invite over to help measure up for those dresses?
Yes. He needs us on a judging panel. That's what it is.
I'll bring my own tape measure, Joey.
Is it 7 inches long? Actually, Joey, he put a video up and he was teaching the girls how to walk. And to be fair to him, he was walking better than they were.
Really?
I think that's what he does, though. He teaches them how to do it. But as well, I was like, go Joey. But obviously, he's done it for years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But, I mean, he was walking in like, I don't know, like, I'm going to say 6-inch heels, but it looked bigger. I can walk in heels. You ever tried to walk in heels?
I've never tried them on me. Yep. I'll leave that one there. And David, you can bugger off.
Everyone thinks he's ginger. Like, you've got to meet him. He's he's the blondest you can get.
I've definitely got like blonde hair. It's kind of like it's like 2-3 tone types of blonde.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple tones in there. My beard actually does get a little bit ginger. To be fair, my beard gets a wee bit ginger, but I would say it's more grey than ginger.
It's getting that way, yeah. So eventually they'll leave you alone, right? They'll find a cure.
Go fudge yourselves.
Where do I get more information about this programme? On the website, so www.kiltedcoaches.com. I love doing /. Is that forward on the camera or is that back? Whatever.
/
Clan.
So it's thekiltedcoaches.com / clan.
Now our main man Neil is on, and Neil, I'm just going to put out there, that rugby top is effing awesome. He obviously likes me more than he likes you. Neil sent me an awesome New Zealand Maori shirt, and it's
pretty cool.
Honestly, like, what day was it? I wore it to a client on the Tuesday, washed it, and I got it back in for Thursday, wore it again. I was like, are they going to think I haven't washed this? I was like, I don't even care. It's going on again. Fits like a dream. Fits like a glove.
Yeah, yes, Tony, definitely blonde. Thanks, mate. Definitely am.
Hello from Florida, Pepper Galarza. Imp. What does that mean?
What's imp?
Improvise? Improbable? Imp? Or just an imp? Bring out the imp. Be thankful you have hair. Errol Glenn. I know exactly what you mean, buddy.
Is that a dig at Rab? Oh, that's funny.
What's Anne saying?
Hey, 8886 Jules, I'd like to know that too. What would you like to know? Hi from Kentucky.
Guy I knew from school, Mark Ross is on. Mark just recently got married. It's hard to see on Facebook because when you're friends with people, they come up in blue and you can't really read it. But Mark just recently got married, so congratulations, Mark.
Congrats, buddy.
Hey.
Do I know Mark? I met Mark.
He was called Parky.
Oh yeah. I remember him.
Agreeing.
Yeah, I do remember him. Boston.
Boston. Do you know? Boston. Do you know what that just reminds me of? The movie Road Trip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So basically, he's
Boston, Texas, or Boston, Massachusetts.
And it's Tom Green is trying to eat the. Is he trying to feed the mouse to the snake?
That's right. Yeah.
The girl that they can have the one night stand with, when it comes in, and she said Boston, Massachusetts, or Austin, Massachusetts. He's like whatever, and she goes to the wrong school. And
that's right. So Anne's saying exercise with fibromyalgia.
Oh right, yes.
So interesting topic. A lot of fibromyalgia can be made better with exercise, but you've kind of got to look at your overall volume of training, should I say. So look at kind of what you're doing and play it by ear. So see what you're recovering from, see how you are adapting. So Rab's just going to get dogs. And take it easy. So it's a difficult one. I've had people with fibromyalgia before and they've just put off exercise. Like, no, I can't exercise, I've got fibromyalgia. I'm like, if you exercise, if you've got your muscles fired up, more toned, more in tune, then you're going to feel much better. You're going to feel lighter, you're going to feel much better. But then you've got to look at your nutrition as well, making sure that you're recovering well, make sure you get your protein in, make sure you get your healthy fats in, and you probably want to be looking at your minerals too. Off the top of my head, potassium is going to help muscle contraction, so that's going to make you feel better. So like bananas, potatoes, two main foods that I would be looking at.
Do you know that Kazakhstan's the biggest exporters of potassium? I can't back that. That's from Borat, remember? Missy Gibson Chadwick, hi y'all from Tennessee. There was someone else to go say hi to. There was a whole bunch of people there. Oh, I can't scroll up on Facebook. Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Hello from Michigan, Boston. That was Boston. Louisiana. I love saying Louisiana.
Vienna.
Fergus. Danny CK from Vienna. Monica Baudreau, not far from you in South CT. Since when do guys exercise?
Since when do guys
Since always?
When?
Since when do we exercise? Mornings, afternoons?
Yeah, I
Just whenever.
typically train at 9:30 every day.
That's very thingy.
The wife is on.
When you're speaking, the video's a bit delayed.
Oh really?
Oh, bums. Yeah, well. Must be in the audio.
Everybody, the wife did a photo shoot, and it was a Outlander themed photo shoot for a magazine. So you can go and check her page out as well.
Outlander.
And you'll see a guy who's like an ugly version of Jamie, which is really harsh of me to say, but he does look like Jamie from Outlander, but he's like an ugly version of it. But the girl was actually quite pretty. To be honest. That's not a reflection on the wife's makeup, of course. The makeup is awesome. He was just like, yeah, he's okay. What is her page? Sarah Clark Makeup.
Joey's gone back, got a jam to work. Big giant bear hugs. That's from Joey.
The shoulders. I need to work on my shoulders.
Nala, come. Hey. Well, mate, Bernie shouldn't get gumped. Nala, come here. Nala,
Gonna get some doggy porn in a minute.
come on.
Tilly pups, come. Wait.
She's still got about a week left of her season. I don't want any.
Tilly, come here.
puppies. Hey, Nala, come here. Sit down.
Good girl.
There you are.
Ugly version. Good
Like
girl.
putting lipstick on a pig. Neil.
No, it wasn't that bad. He was still a handsome guy. He just
I just put two and two together. He's like the ugly
ugly Jamie,
like,
yeah,
lipstick
yeah.
on a pig. Neil, you're savage.
It's just because obviously Jamie's like, oh my god, like people are just like frothing at the mouth over Jamie, and this guy just didn't measure up. I'm struggling getting enough protein. Can't wait to lose weight so I don't have to eat so much.
Now, Alison, you're going to be full. I think you've said you're joining in on the Everleen,
I
aren't you?
believe she is, aye.
Happy days. It's 6 days to go.
So Monica's saying, I agree, he's an ugly version of Jamie. It was a good photo shoot though, right?
Lipstick on it. Oh, savage. Good morning from Golden, Colorado. I thought it said Goblin, Colorado. Golden, Colorado.
Oh dear.
Golden brown.
I'm not going to say what came into my mind there.
What to do a shower?
I was into yogurt actually.
I just snorted. Oh dear. But yeah, so really excited for Monday coming. So again, if you want to make a change to your physique,
Yeah. The average is, well, the minimum is usually about a dress size, depending on the level that you're at. So some people do join the program and they're like, I just want to lose some body fat, like my size is my size.
Yeah.
And they come on and like they lose lots of body fat, the size, they're already quite small. If you know that you've got like a dress size or a jean size to lose, then typically speaking you will achieve that on the program, but people go on and lose a lot more than that. The program's all about an education into how to then live your life. It's not like you start, you finish, and then it's like, oh, I'm stuck now, I can't lose any more. Like everything that we teach you will stay with you for the rest of your life. So like people will finish our program and then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm still going. And then there's people in the clan that have lost like 60, 70, 80 pounds. And they don't do it over the 12 weeks, but they continue on after that. So if you've got weight to lose, is worth $20 a month.
and remember this course you can join at any time, but we're trying to do a big push to get as many people at the same point at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's why, because the accountability of that and the support will be fantastic. So if everybody joins at the same time and goes through the same 12 weeks at the same time, you'll all be helping each other. It'll be amazing. Now Neil was asking, how does he know he's all good to go for the, because he's doing his one to do Everleen as well. And I'd put it on to us. Did you add Everleen to his?
That's a very good question.
Well, maybe what we'll
If
do
it was
is,
on Todoist, then it's been done.
what we'll do is we'll maybe do a roll call within the clan on Friday or Saturday, and get everybody just to comment back in just to double check, and we'll go through all the names and just make sure everybody's got it ready to roll.
Yeah.
Now, lad, come here.
You guys look like you take a lot of steroids. Really?
Really?
I think if I took steroids, we'd be like twice the size.
And twice as handsome. I've got friends that are pretty massive, so
Yeah. If you actually see
it's
people,
actually a compliment to say we look
you
like
know,
that, yeah.
definitely. Somebody said that to me before. A couple like, oh, you must take steroids. Like, really? Like, have you seen people on steroids?
Big boys.
They're huge. So no, this is. I mean, we've been weight training for like 20 years, right? Plus.
Because you can't see when it's all thingy.
No, that's serious. I don't know these people.
Somebody said, can you stop eating crisps with Chardonnay? What a funny, well, it's actually not a funny combination, it's just the way it's said, isn't it? It's
Say it.
something to drink than eating crisps, but it sounds like you're
Yeah,
dipping your crisps in your wine.
Sarah's saying that she needs a kick in the ass because her self-discipline has been low lately. Well, Sarah, you're
Sarah
getting...
Ton?
Yeah.
Did we not just tell her to watch the Rocky movies?
Yeah, I'd say your motivation, especially you're portraying that your motivation is fairly high, but
Yeah.
we'll kick your ass on Monday, Sarah. Don't you worry.
Sarah, I must break you. If Dab did steroids, he'll look like Lex Luger. If Dab. No,
Yeah,
that's
it's a rap.
Steven looks like Lex Luger. I've said that to you
Who's
before.
Lex Luger?
I said this to you before.
Not Lex Luthor.
No, Lex Luger was a wrestler, right? And I have said this to you before, and I showed you a picture, Lou. You were like, "You look nothing like me."
Yeah.
And Lex was like, well, he was bigger before, but then they brought the drug testing into the WWF or whatever they called it at the time, and he still had an awesome physique, although he was slightly smaller. Nala, come. These people get up to some mischief. Rachel's Redden Chaz. Good morning. Now, Naomi's saying, I'm trying to get back to my pre-birth weight before my 5 sons. I'm about 45 pounds away from that.
Yeah. Someone once told me I was on steroids. Wait, no, that was Kiki. Should have read that one out.
Do you guys like fish sticks?
Fish-
I don't mind fish. Lady asked me to get your phone numbers. Peter Smith, point the phone at this old lady.
How you doing?
Just keep it looking. Better not miss with that shot, right? Take out the bus driver.
As if it was that easy, yeah. Oh, go get the phone number. I don't know, what's going on here?
Good, yeah.
And sometimes, this is going into the gutter again, sometimes I do certain tasks when I'm sat on the toilet. Because you're kind of like, yeah, I've got a few things to do, so I was going to like add a few things, and I phoned her FaceTime by accident. I was like, no. And then she tried to phone me back, and I was like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to phone you. I sent a wee message. Luckily, it didn't connect. We're fine. So, Jodie, if you're watching this, yeah, remember that missed call? I was sat in the crapper.
That's almost a blumpkin. Right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, because I'm going to keep losing my signal.
Yeah, signal's starting to get crap. It always happens when we're out and about. So again, if you want to join in our 12-week transformation, you've got 6 days to sign up if you want to be involved with everybody else. It is only $20 a month.
There's nothing to lose other than
Your body
your waist. So, come join us, please. In awesome shape.
KiltedCoaches.com/clan.
Get it done.
Have a great day, folks.
Bye-bye.